Good morning, everybody, and this is the video for Monday, October 25th for our class. So what we're going to be looking at today is the topic proposal assignment for the exploratory essay, which is due tonight. So we want to make sure that everybody understands the expectations of that topic proposal. It's not that complicated. Most of the work involved in it, though, is just thinking about what you want to write about and how to focus that. So we want to try to mainly spend preparation time to narrow down your topic so that you actually have a specific focus that you can explore within the pages of the topic proposal. So I'm just going to take everybody through the steps of preparing to submit that assignment, even though a couple of you, 2 people as of last night, had already submitted it. Do be aware, though, that if after watching this video, you decide that you want to revise something or change something in your topic proposal, you are perfectly willing to do that. It is a work in progress. So expect your topic proposal to begin at this stage, but then you're going to be shaping your topic with feedback from me, and you have an open invitation to ask me as many questions as you want via email or to return your topic proposal in a revised form as many times as you need to before you're ready to start writing. So this is the way we want to look at this assignment. So let's go into screen sharing and have a look at it. So we're going to take a look first at the assignment itself. That's always the place that we want to start. The topic proposal is part of the exploratory essay assignment, and the exploratory essay assignment, as we've discussed before, has several due dates. So the topic proposal is here, but the exploratory essay assignment is up here in the Unit 2 folder. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open that up. Now, the exploratory essay assignment, here we've got the 3 due dates, and we're on due date number 1, topic proposal. So what we need for the exploratory essay, be aware that you have a page limit of between 4 and 5 pages. So that means you cannot take on a gigantic, huge subject like, I want to write about social media, or I want to write about digital information during the pandemic. That might be a starting point, but it's not a topic yet. You only have 4 to 5 pages, so you need to get specific. You need to narrow this down. So you can't just stay with a gigantic, vague, broad area of topic. You got to get specific. So for example, if you are interested in writing about digital information during the pandemic, what aspect are you interested in writing about it, right? Are you interested in writing about digital information in education? And if so, are you talking about digital information in elementary school or in high school or in college, right? You got to get specific. You got to have a specific area of content. Or maybe you're interested in digital information during the pandemic in terms of social connections, right? What have people been doing to change their social life by leaning more on digital media to connect with each other? And how has that impacted the way we relate to one another, right? That would be a great topic, something like that. But this is what I mean by being aware of your page limitation, right? You can't take on the whole world in only 4 to 5 pages. Now, also be aware that you need 2 in-class sources and 1 outside source, okay? So that means that your topic needs to be related to class material. But with that 1 outside source, that gives you a lot of leeway to kind of choose your own direction, right? So that's something you want to be aware of. Okay, so topic proposal. We scroll down here and we can see that the purpose of the topic proposal is to get feedback from your instructor about what you plan to write about. So you might get lucky and immediately hit on the perfect essay plan right away, but most likely you will need input to sharpen up your ideas, okay? So that's what the whole plan is. And I make a commitment to you to get your feedback back to you as soon as I can. So all topic proposals will be returned to you within 3 days. That is my commitment to you. If I have not done that, you have an open invitation to bother me by email as much as you want. But my commitment is to turn around your topic proposal within 3 days of me receiving it so that you can get that feedback. Now, let's open up the topic proposal itself, which is the third thing from the bottom in the topic in the Unit 2 folder. Topic proposal. So make sure that you write directly into the sheet using a different color or font. Don't worry about length, right? Be aware that what you propose here can and will change, right? The proposal is a proposal. It's a starting point, the first step in a process. I'm going to put your name, the subject I am interested in writing about is, right? So here, if it's a little bit general, that's okay, because in number 2, you're going to get specific. So I'm interested in writing about, let's say you're interested in writing about social media, and you're interested in writing about social media and how it alters people's political beliefs, right? So that's something that we're kind of diving into right now. So that's a big topic. So when we're talking about social media and I need to narrow that down into specific aspects, there's a lot of different ways I can do that. I can choose a specific social media platform. I can choose to focus on Facebook, or I can choose to focus on Instagram, or I can choose to focus on just the social media platforms that Mark Zuckerberg controls, Facebook and Instagram, or I could choose Twitter, right? So that's one way you can do it. You can also focus on purposes of social media platforms, right? So you can focus on the social media platforms that are organized around political positions, right? Choose specific ones, or you can choose specific political movements that started online, right? You can choose to talk about QAnon, for example, right? That focuses it down. But you need to start with the general, and then in number 2, you get particular, 2 or 3 specific aspects or parts of that subject that interest me most, right? Then in number 3, a main question I would like to guide my essay. So be aware that the exploratory essay is not meant to persuade your audience. It's not being led by your opinion. If you go back and read the exploratory essay assignment sheet, which I want everybody to do, I want you to read the whole thing from beginning to end before you write this topic proposal so you understand the purpose of the assignment. It is not to convince people of your point of view. You can certainly have a point of view in it, but the purpose of the exploratory essay is to explore a topic in different angles, right? So you want not to have your essay built around a position that you've taken or an opinion that you want to convince people of, but you want to build your essay around a question that you're looking for answers to, all right? So what is that question? So if you're interested in writing about the COVID pandemic and COVID misinformation online, for example, you might ask the question, what is it that causes people to believe anti-vaccine conspiracy theories? Or where did people get the idea that 5G towers are, controlling our minds, right? So This then leads you to a few different sources, right? So one of the things that you can do to develop, to find your outside source is to just type your main question into a search bar in Google and see what comes up, right? And that can help you to refine your question, right? Play around with your question a little bit. What are you curious about your subject? What would you like to find out about your subject? And be aware that you are not expected to come up with the perfect question right away. That's why we have question 4. So if the first main question that you want to answer about your topic in your essay, if that doesn't really hit it for you, then you've got number 4, which if that doesn't work, maybe I'll try. So go ahead and feel free to put down 2 or 3 different versions of your question here, right? So the one you think might work goes under 3. And if that doesn't work, put a couple of other possible questions under 4. And that's going to help not just you to generate some search criteria for when you're looking for your outside sources. It's also going to help me give you feedback, right? So the more information you give me in the topic proposal, the more specific and helpful my feedback will be to you. Number 5 is an open invitation for you to ask for any kind of help. So there's an explanation here for question 5. You can put literally anything you need instructor help with in regards to this essay. Focusing your topic, help finding outside sources, help with creating a guiding question, deciding between 2 ideas, help getting unstuck. You can also leave it blank if you think you've got everything down already. But this is, really, again, the more information and the more you put in your topic proposal, the more specific and helpful my feedback will be to you. So that's the topic proposal. Please type directly into the sheet and you're going to upload it to the upload prompt right underneath it. All right. So for those of you who've already uploaded a topic proposal, again, you can, revise it if you feel like you want to revise it. And for those of you who are going to submit this, on time, hopefully everybody was going to submit this on time. What do we do after that? Well, we have the template exercise from They Say, I Say, which is right underneath the upload prompt for the topic proposal. So let's click on that. Right. So the essay assignment here is from They Say, I Say. The assignment's worth 100 points, 50 points for submitting it on time, 25 points for using the complete template in the exercise, and 25 points for uploading it as a Microsoft Word document. So let's take a look at that. If we go under content, we find the PDF version of They Say, I Say. So every time I assign something from this PDF, it's going to be in the content folder above the unit folders. I'm not going to move it from here. It's going to stay right here. And this is not the first, this is not the last thing I'm going to assign from They Say, I Say. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the introduction, and the introduction begins on the numbered pages, not the Roman numeral pages. Okay, so the Roman numeral pages are the preface to the book. So when I say start with the first page, I mean the first numbered page. So scrolling through the table of contents, right, we can see that we've got, we're still in the Roman numeral pages here. I'm going to keep going. So still in the Roman numeral pages with the preface. And the reason I'm not having you read the preface is because a lot of this information is repeated in the introduction. And I'm not exactly sure why there's so much repetition, but that's the way the book's organized. So scrolling down, what this book does is it provides you with tips, methods, and structures to help you in academic writing. So we're going to start reading here with the introduction, entering the conversation. All right, so now we're at the first numbered page. We're going to read up through page 18. All right, so scrolling down, right, to part 1, you can see that this right here, I'm going to expand this so you can see it better. Right, so this is page 17. So on page 17, there is an exercise that finishes up that chapter. All right, so the chapter is the introduction, called Entering the Conversation. And on page 17 is an exercise, and you're going to do exercise 1. You do not need to do exercise 2. All right, so just make a note of this. You're doing exercise 1. Exercise 2, if you love it and you want to throw that in, I'm not going to take points off for it, but I am only requiring you to do the template in exercise 1. So in the introduction to They Say, I Say, Gerald Graff and Kathy Birkenstein provide templates designed to, and then you're going to fill in the blank. Specifically, Graff and Birkenstein argue that types of writing templates they offer, blank, as they themselves put it. Then you're going to put in a quote. Although some people believe, fill in the blank, Graff and Birkenstein insist that, again, fill in all of these blanks, okay? So the template offers you a structure for writing about a source and responding to it. And that's really what we're doing. That is what we are practicing in this class. That's what that's the skill that we're working on developing in our exploratory essay. So I want everybody to work with this template and see how it feels for you to work within this structure. All right. It resolves a lot of stress for you when you're doing academic writing if you have some structures that you can use for talking about ideas in your readings and getting specific about it. So when you consistently get instructor feedback that says you need to respond specifically to the ideas in the reading, you need to show that you understood the main idea, and you're getting tired of getting feedback like that, well, this template offers you a way to sharpen up that skill so that you can begin to break through that barrier, and you can start to get very specific and conscious about the way you respond to your sources in your writing. That's successful academic writing, so always think in terms of specifics, details, responding to the main idea in the text. And this is going to help you do that. So please, exercise 17, that is what you're going to be doing, and you will be I'm going to be submitting that to, let me get back up to our content section here. So you can, what you're going to do is reproduce that as a paragraph. You're going to load it into a Microsoft Word document, right? And you're going to upload it here. All right. So let me just read the instructions. Due Wednesday, October 27th. This exercise is in the introduction to They Say, I Say on page 17. You will need to read the introduction first. Read from page 1 through page 18. Please use the template on page 17 to write your response to using the writing template that they provide for you. Write your paragraph into a Microsoft Word page and upload it to the prompt before midnight, Wednesday, October 27th. Okay, so that's the next thing that's due. So once you're finished with the topic proposal and you want to know what to move on to, that's what we're moving on to. So if all you do is read the chapter between now and Wednesday, that's just fine, because I'm going to go over this one more time in that document or in that video. But then by the time we get to October 27th, I've got other things that I'm going to be focusing on in that video. So, go ahead and get started on that reading after you upload your topic proposal, and then check out this assignment here. And that's it for today. One little announcement that I need to make is that this is the week for midterm evaluations. So I am going to be talking about that in the next video. So the next video, I'm going to be, talking about what are the criteria on which I evaluate everybody at midterms. So one thing that you can do if you're concerned about what your midterm assessment is, which is really, it's a benchmark grade that gives you feedback in the middle of the semester so you know how you're doing. So I'm going to be giving everybody a report by email, a grade report by email this week. And I'm going to talk in the next video about what is the criteria I'm going to be assessing people on. But just as a heads up, an announcement for now, go into your grade center and see how you've been doing with your assignments. All right. If you are missing assignments, please make up those missing assignments this week. If there's anything that you have forgotten to upload, if there are discussion board posts that you didn't complete, like you uploaded the post, but you didn't respond to other students, just make up that stuff this week. That is going to help with your midterm assessment, all right? So that's another thing that you can do after you've uploaded your topic proposal, is to go into your grade center and see if you're missing any work that you can make up. Again, I have to take off a few points for late work, but it's much better to submit it than to not submit it, because that's all of it affects your benchmark grade. So that's it for now. And everybody have a good day. And the next video will be uploaded on Wednesday, October 27th.